Good morning, Year 4. Mrs. Gadd here again. Today we're going to be learning how to multiply and divide by 7. So, for your prepare for learning, I'd like you to have a go at this question. Oh, it's just taking a little while to load up. There we go. So, the Patel family went on holiday for 6 weeks. The Logan family went on holiday for 40 days. Who went on holiday for the longest? How do you know? I'll read it through one more time. The Patel family went on holiday for 6 weeks. The Logan family went on holiday for 40 days. Who went on holiday for the longest? How do you know? Pause the video and have a go at this question. Let's look at it together. So we know the Patel family went on holiday for 6 weeks and the Logan family went on holiday for 40 days. Now it's really hard to compare those 2 days because we are looking at weeks and we are looking at days. So first we need to work out how many days are in 6 weeks. Now we know that in 1 week there are 7 days. So we need to multiply the number of weeks, which is 6, by the number of days, 7. So 6 times 7 equals 42. So the Patel family went on holiday for 42 days. Now we know that the Logan family went on holiday for 40 days. So the Patel family had a longer holiday. And we know this because 6 weeks times by 7 days is 42 days and 42 days is longer than 40 days. Well done if you got that one right. So your steps to success for this lesson are that you can count in your 7s, you can share equally into groups of 7. You can understand if you can multiply, the number gets bigger, and you understand when you divide, the number gets smaller. So the word we want you to think about today is commutative, which I know we've talked about already the last couple of days and last term. So the word commutative begins with the letter C. Commutative rhymes with lots of things like, oh, I need your help, Year 4. Commutative, collutative, dilutative. There's quite a few words. I bet you thought of some really good ones too. Let's see how many syllables commutative has. Commutative. So 4 syllables. Now say the word commutative to somebody else who's in the room with you. Commutative. Now, can you remember what it means? So commutative means a calculation where you can swap over the numbers and you still get the same product. So for example, we can do this with addition. So for example, 2 add 3 equals 5. We can swap over the first 2 numbers, 2 and 3, 3 and 2, and the product is always 5. We also know that multiplication is commutative. So 5 times 2 equals 10, or 2 times 5 equals 10. So our sentence stem is staying the same again today. So the product of and equals So for example, the product of 5 and 7 is 35. Okay, let's have a look at the number track then for the 7 times table. Let's start with the bottom number track. I think that's a bit easier to get us started. So 0, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. Now that was the easy one. Let's try and challenge ourselves going backwards, starting with 10 times 7. 70, 63, 56, 49, 42, 35, 28. So try and remember that. If not, you can always pause here and write it down to help you with the rest of the lesson. Let's have a look at some questions now then. So here are some heptagons. And if you have a look, a heptagon has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides. Can you think of any other words that have got the word hept in it that means 7? Let me know. So there are 4 heptagons altogether, and each heptagon has got 7 sides. So we need to multiply these 2 numbers together to work out how many sides there are altogether. So 4 times 7 or 7 times 4 is 28. Now we can write this down in 3 different ways. 7 add 7 add 7 add 7 equals 28. 4 times 7 equals 28, or 7 times 4 equals 28. So you can see there, even when we switch around those two factors, 4 times 7 and 7 times 4, we still get the same product, 28, because multiplication is commutative. So here we have our heptagons again, and I'm going to show you using an array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 4 times, or 4 7 times. So we're just representing again for you 7 times 4. We'll go back. 7 times 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 times 7. And they both equal 28 because multiplication is commutative. Now, if we look at division, if we're dividing up that 28, we can divide it into groups of 4. Here we go. We can see there are 7 groups, or groups of 7, and there are 4 groups. So 7, add 7, add 7, add 7 equals 28. So 7 times 4 is 28, and 4 times 7 is 28. If we're dividing, you can see the bar, which equals 28, split into 4 equals 7. Or if we split the bar into 7 equal sized pieces, it would equal 4. Okay, now some of you might be thinking, I don't know my 7 times table yet, but we can use our 5 times table to help you. So let's have a look. So here is an array which shows 7 times 2, but you can use your 5 times table to help you. If you know 5 times 2 equals 10, we can look at what's left over. So here we've got 2 times 2, and we know 2 times 2 equals 4. Add both of those products, 10 and 4, we get the answer 14. So 7 times 2 equals 14. So like the animal here is saying, I can add 5 lots and 2 lots together. So 5 times 2 and 2 times 2. Okay, what about if it was 7 times 3? We add another 7. This time we're multiplying 5 times 3, which is 15, and then 2 times 3, which is 6. We add both of those products together, 15 and 6, and we get the answer 21. So 7 times 3 is 21. So by using our 5 times table and your 2 times table, you can actually work out your 7 times table. So pause the video here and have a go at these questions, 7 times 9 and 7 times 6, using what you already know. Let's have a look together. So here we've got 7 times 9. We can split it into 5 times 9 and 2 times 9. So 5 times 9 is 45 and 2 times 9 is 18. If we add those two products together, we get the answer 63. So 7 times 9 is 63. You could also subtract 7 from 70. So when we are looking at the 9 times table, we can actually multiply by 10 and then take one lot away. Let's look at the next calculation. So 7 times 6, we can work out 5 times 6, which is 30, and then 2 times 6, which is 12. If we add those two products together, we get the answer 42. You could also have done 5 times 7, and then added an extra one, 1 times 7. Okay, how would you calculate 42 divided by 7 if you didn't know your 7 times table? Well, we know our 5 times tables. So 35 divided by 7 is 5. Pause the video and have a think about how you can use your 5 times table to help you. Let's have a look together. So here we've got 7 times 5, which is 35. If we add another 7, that equals 42. So this time we've actually got 6 rows. So 42 divided into groups of 7 equals 6. Have a think about this one. How can you use this fact to help you this time? 21 divided by 3 equals 7. Pause the video and have a think. Let's see. So here we've got 7 times 3, which equals 21. Now, if we double it, another 7 times 3, we get another 21. If we add those two amounts together, we get 42. So 7 times 6 equals 42. So 42 divided by 7 must be 6. Now, over to you. I'd like you to have a go at these mastering questions. So the first section is going to be multiplying and the second section is going to be dividing. Now, just like yesterday, if you're not quite sure, have a go at the practicing questions first and then move on to the mastering. But if you're feeling confident, have a go at the mastering questions and then move on to the deepening. When you've finished all of these questions, I'd like you to have a go at the apply to demonstrate questions, which are on the next slide. So pause the video until you're ready to move on. Okay, let's have a look at the apply to demonstrate. So this question says, use the cards to write a division calculation. How many different divisions can you write? Can you use all of the cards? So pause the video here and have a go. How many divisions can you think of?